I the only one that noticed that extreme awkwardness or not? Anyways, thanks to Natalie for letting me use her face as a canvas. Now, getting started, I'm going to use the Benefit Stay Don't Stray as a primer, and then I'm going to be going in with my fingers just to blend that into the skin a little bit more. Now I'm going to be using this white shade right here from the LORAC Pro Palette. This is going to set her eyes. I'm using this on a flat brush, and I'm taking this all over the lid onto the brow bone. I just want this to make the other colors that we use a little bit more intense, and it's also going to make our life a lot easier to blend. And I'm taking this color all the way from the lash line all the way to the brow bone. And I'm also going to be blending that underneath the eyes as well, just so we don't crease later on. Now I'm going to be using this color right here from the Morphe 350 palette. I am going to start defining her crease because my little sister, I don't know how she does it, but she really doesn't have an intense crease. So I'm going to start building that up, and I'm just going back and forth, taking this all the way from the outer eye to the inner corner of the eye. And I want to build this color up. Like I always say, it's easier to build up than to have to go down. So that's what I'm doing right here, just going back and forth, windshield wiper motions. I'm going to be using these two shades right here. I kind of mixed them together on this angled blending brush. And I'm going to start this color on her outer eye area. I don't know what it's called, I forgot. But yeah, I'm taking this on the outer eye, and then I'm going to slowly blend that into the crease as well, just to define it as well. And because my little sister does have very short eyes, they're not like very long, they're kind of short. So as you can see, I'm taking that eyeshadow outside of her eye a little bit more than normal, just because I do want to kind of elongate her eye. And then I'm taking this into the crease so that I can define her crease a little bit more and give her eye a very nice shape. I'm going to be taking this thick blending brush and making sure that we don't have any harsh lines. Then I'm going to be using this darker shade right here from that same Morphe 350 palette. I'm taking this on a very dense brush because I'm going to only put this color on the outer corners of her eyes, and then using the opposite side of that brush, it is a tapered crease blending brush. I'm slowly building that color on the outside of her eye and blending it, and then I will be slowly taking that in. And I didn't want any harsh edges whatsoever, so you can see me kind of blend this color from the top and the bottom of the eye, like I'm slowly blending that all out. But as you can see, I'm really starting to define her crease a little bit more. I'm building it up. So yeah, I am taking this all the way into the inner corner of her eyes, just so that, like I said earlier, I elongate her eye. So you can kind of see now where that darker eyeshadow goes. It's going a little bit outside of her outer corner of her eye, and that's only just because I want to elongate her eye. I'm very repetitive right now, so bear with me. I'm going to start using this orange shade right here from that same Morphe 350 palette on that same tapered blending brush. I wanted to warm up the look a little bit more just because my sister is very fair skin, and I want to warm up her eyes. She also does have very dark eyes, so this will kind of just open her eyes up a little bit more. And I'm also taking this orange just a little bit above her crease because I want this to blend very nicely into her brow bone. So you can see this orange kind of peek out right above her crease, and then I'm going in with that thicker blending brush just to blend everything together. Now I'm going to be using this champagne color right here from the LORAC Pro Palette, and I'm going to focus this on the center of her eyelids, and then I'm going to blend it a little bit into her like tear duct area, the inner corner of her eye. I just want this color to pop out a little bit more, so you're gonna see me go in with a lighter shade in a little bit. But as you can see, I'm kind of just pressing that shade into her lid. I'm taking Treasure next. This is the color that I was talking about. I'm focusing this color on the inner corners of her eyes as well as the middle of her eyes. And I did spritz my brush with MAC Fix Plus. Then I'm going to be taking Garnet with this same brush And I'm focusing that color on her outer eyes. I wanted to use this color just to kind of bolden up the look a little bit more. I wanted to add some color, so that focus of the color was mainly on the outer corners of her eyes, and then I'm blending that in with that old orange tapered brush that we had. I'm going to wipe off any excess with my Neutrogena white towelettes. I don't know what they're called, but I'm just basically taking any fallout and I'm going to give her outer corners of her eyes that shape. I am going to be priming with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. She has normal to dry skin, kind of, so I didn't want to go in with any creams on her face, so that's why I just use that primer water. It makes it last longer. Now I'm going to be using the LUMI True Match Foundation. This was perfect for her skin, and I actually love this drugstore foundation. I used to use it religiously, but I kind of forgot about it, but I'm using this with a beauty blender, and I'm really pressing that into the skin, so you just see me taking that onto her neck because I will be doing some contouring later on, and I just keep blending. Then I'm using this LA Girl Pro Conceal on her face, and I'm going to start her cream contour. My sister has the best features ever. Her cheekbones are amazing. I'm so jealous. So that's basically what I'm doing now. I really just want to blend that bronze into her skin so that it looks very natural. And I'm using the smaller baby beauty blender just to get into those kind of, that very defined cheekbone that she has. And you see me going in back and forth, blending as much as possible and really pressing that into her skin. Now I'm contouring her neck and her chest. My main focus for this is because I wanted her to have a very defined, sharp jawline. And of course, if we're going to do the neck, I had to do her chest as well. I forgot what that is called. Anyways, now I'm going on to highlighting, and I'm taking this Naked Skin and I'm going to highlight her face, which includes her under eyes, her nose, a little bit of her chin, and a little bit of her forehead, because she does have a very round face, so I didn't need to focus this too much other than her eyes. And she doesn't have dark circles like I do, so like I said, I'm hating, but one application was enough. And then I'm going in with that beauty blender and I'm really blending that and pressing that into her skin. I'm hating that one application of concealer was enough for her because I need like 50. Anyways, going in and blending, then I'm going to be setting her face using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, baking her under eye area, and anywhere else that I used that concealer as well. Then I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Definer, and I'm just going to start sculpting her eyebrows, which she has amazing eyebrows, but I just wanted to make them a little bit more bold because she does have very kind of like blondish hair, so I just wanted to define them. She doesn't really do her eyebrows all the time, so I feel like that made the world of a difference. And I believe the color that I'm using was chocolate. You do want to keep in mind that when you're filling in your eyebrows, to keep going in and blending them out with the spoolie just so that they don't look very harsh. And now I'm just cleaning up her eyebrows with this MAC. I think it's the 160 brush. I'll leave all of the details listed down below, but I'm just carving her eyebrows out, making them a little bit more perfect and bold. And don't mind me right there just peeking through with that beautiful pimple cream on my face. Next, I'm using the Benefit Give Me Brow in medium, and I'm going to apply this to her brows just so that the little brow hairs that she does have, I'm kind of taming them and taking off that translucent Laura Mercier translucent powder, that extra translucent, whatever, you get the point. I'm also putting this right underneath her contour just to define her cheekbones a little bit more. I'm going in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and I'm going to start setting her cream contour. She did have a round face, so I didn't really need to do a lot of this up on top, but I did just because she wanted. And then I'm also carving out her nose. She hates that she has a little button nose, so as you can see, I usually cut my nose off, but I didn't do that to her. Instead, I put the contour right on the sides, right there. I'm not cutting it off, I just put it on the sides, right there. You see how I'm going down the sides of her nose? I usually cut my nose in half right in the center, and that's not something that I'm doing to her. I'm using Frat Boy by the Balm for blush. I'm using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer to set her neck and chest contour because you always want to set a cream contour. And then I had her curl her own lashes and apply a little bit of mascara by herself. And for the brows, I set them using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Next, I'm using Sable for her lower lash line, and I'm just blending that from the inner to the outer corners of her eyes. And she doesn't like people touching her eyes, so I threatened her to let me put the mascara on her lower lashes, and yeah, she let me do it. So then I'm going to be using the Champagne Pop by Becca as a highlight for her, and I was very easy on the highlight just because my little sister isn't as intense as I am, so yeah. Then I'm going to be using this duo right here. This is the Aqua Forever, the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 2C, and the L'Oreal Paris Gloss in 101 for her lips. I didn't do a very intense makeup look like wings and lashes and all just because we were limited on the time that we had. But if these videos are something that you guys are interested in, me doing makeup on other people, just thumbs this video up and I will get more out for you guys. And then to finish off the face with the Mario Badescu Rose Water, and that is all. Bye guys. Look at how HD your
Photoshop.
Ew, it does. It's
look at how HD your face looks.
That's
Whoa.
really pretty though.
That is
it looks
not
so
me.
HD.
Who is that? That's not me. That's so creepy.
That's me.
No.
That's my work. Okay, you guys are
Can I
good to
keep
go
this?
now. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
You looked very good.